So Jalen, just coming from DBU, you know, some people say Texas is DBU,
Right.
others say LSU. You're
Yeah.
an LSU guy. One of the guys that you really looked up to coming out. Can you talk about just your relationship with Tyrann Mathieu?
It was very big, just coming from my freshman year going into LSU, it's kind of like here, the veteran guys are trying to get a feel for you, they want to know if you're buying into the program, if you're committed to the program and everything that you're doing, so me just going to LSU, doing that, he kind of accepted me as his little brother, and as long as the way as far as now, he's helped me in anything I need, questions if it's on the field or off the field, and just help me become the best player I can be.
Jalen, a lot of scouting services had a third-round grade on you. Why do you think you fell to the seventh?
Man, I have no idea. The draft is crazy. I'm just blessed to be in the position that I am and being picked up by this team.
How frustrating was it? How frustrating was it for you to just sit there and watch all the other players going off the board and your name not getting called?
It was very frustrating. I'm pretty sure it was for a lot of other guys who felt like they should have got picked high, but that just comes with the draft. Like I said, it's very crazy.
How big is the chip on your shoulder now? I know you 7th round, you want to prove that you're much more.
It's always a chip on my shoulder, regardless if I would have went 1st round or 7th. There's just the attitude that I play with on the football field. I always want to prove myself to my teammates, to the coaching staff, that I want to be the best player on the field.
I know at LSU you were considered to be an eraser for some of the corners as a safety. Can you talk about how your versatility playing corner will help you playing safety as well?
Just knowing what playing corner at first, knowing where I wanted my help or needed my help at safety, then moving to safety, knowing that the corner needed the same thing, so me just being in that, what we call here the honey hole or the honey spot where the corner may be at a slight disadvantage, just me putting myself in that position to be able to make a play for my teammate or him to be able to make the play as well.
Why did they charge you with assault?
I wasn't charged with anything.
Yeah, initially you were charged.
No, it wasn't a charge. It was actually pending, but I actually wasn't charged with anything. It was just it was a warrant for my arrest, but I wasn't charged with anything.
Why did they believe that you initially that there was a warrant for your arrest?
Just for the situation. The girl, it was basically her words versus mine. And domestic violence is very serious. Around the whole U.S. So women 9 times out of 10 they usually get the upper hand until you go to court.
There were two. She was not only she was the victim, and the witness also ID'd you. Though, so it was two people that ID'd you, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So it wasn't just your word versus the victim. It was your word versus more than one person. Correct?
She had witnesses as well. I had several witnesses as well too. So we just carried on until the process was dropped.
Why did you go through the program? Why did you agree to the program? Can you tell me what that included?
Yeah, the pre-trial. Just something that I decided to do. Didn't want to go to court. Didn't want it to linger on. And that's just something I did. I pled no contest. So I didn't get put on charges of anything, or I'm not guilty for anything. So I just went through that.
Have they given you an indication here whether they want to use you at corner or safety here? Have they given you an indication?
Yeah, I'm playing corner right now.
This corner, okay.
Did you have to explain that a lot to other teams during the pre-draft process?
Yeah, from the Senior Bowl to the Combine, I had to tell all the teams that once I told them, all the teams did their private investigations. They told me that they felt like I was telling the truth, and they just wanted to hear from me myself.
Do you feel like that's one of the reasons you dropped lower than where you were projected to go in the draft?
I don't know. If it is, I can't do nothing about it, but I don't know.
How hard is it
Jalen,
to chase something like that? When you've got something like that, you've got to constantly address.
It's very hard. Through that whole situation, I grew up in a single parent home, just my mom. She raised me, my grandmother, and my 2 aunts. So just me being raised around women, they taught me how to cater to a woman and how to love a woman and not to do those things I was accused of. So for one, the hurt, it really wasn't for me because I knew I wasn't guilty, but it was the hurt for how my mom and my grandmother, how they knew I wasn't raised like that and I wouldn't do something like that.
Do you feel because of that you have to watch how you behave even more?
No, I don't have to watch how I behave because, like I told her, that's not a problem in my life. I don't do those type of things. That was the first time I ever got in trouble in my whole life, so.
What's it like being here and realizing, you've got a professional helmet in your locker today?
Man, it's every time I come here, you know, I look in my locker, I just get chill bumps. I mean, I only been here for 3 days, you know, but I just get chill bumps. You know, it's just something coming from starting playing football at 10, 12 years old. You know, it's always a dream come true, and it's like I'm here, but I still have to prove myself as well.
Were you tempted to let it go to trial, knowing, like you said, you were innocent? Were you tempted to let it go to trial, or and why did you decide not to do that?
I was tempted very, but I just wanted to get the situation over with because trial could have led on, you know, for forever. You know, we didn't really have a date on the trial, so I just did that also so I could get back in school, you know, try to get closer to my degree and get back on the team as well.
When did the team decide to let you? LSU suspended you when that happened, but they let you back on right before training camp. Is that correct?
Yeah. We had a meeting with the dean. You know, the girl gave her statement to the dean. You know, I gave my statement to the dean, and she got to decide if I was able to come back on LSU's campus at all. And once she said that she felt like my side was kind of more the truth, they let me back on the campus, and then Coach Miles and them back on the team.
The victim was a student at LSU as well.
No, I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know the girl.
Jalen, the injury happened the last preseason practice of the summer.
Yeah, it did.
Somebody just roll up on it? Or?
Yeah, just guy just rolled up, you know, got pushed in the back and ended up falling on my leg.
Did you, I mean, you decided to come back. I guess you could have redshirted, right?
Yeah, yes.
What kind of went into that whole decision to come back, even though you were going to only play 6-7 games?
Just wanted to be back on the field with my teammates. You know, I love the game. You know, it's everything to me. So, I mean, I can't lie, the thought about redshirting, it did kind of linger in my head. But once I was recovering so fast, you know, I kind of put it in my mind that I wanted to be back on the team, wanted to be back on the field with my teammates and my coaches, and even the trainers. I mean, they were 10 steps behind me. You know, they said whatever I want to do, they would agree with it, and that's kind of the way I went with it.
Typically, agents will give like their clients an idea of where they're going to be drafted.
Right.
Where did you think you were going to be drafted?
I was told anywhere from second round to third. So
watching you at the Senior Bowl, one of the things that stood out to me was your footwork. How did you develop that footwork, and how does that help you be such a solid nickel slot corner?
Just pressing, you know, when I'm working out and when I'm grinding, just pressing it, you know, making it to where it's muscle memory, you know, to where I'm doing it to where kind of like when you wake up and you wash your face and brush your teeth, you know, it's just what you do, it's just what you know how to do. So just every time I'm working out, trying not just doing the easy breaks, the 45 left, 45 right, but really trying to put myself in the worst case scenario in body position to where I can make a break and come out of it fluently.
Jimmy, what was it like, the fact that you said that you were projected to be a second round, third round pick and not go until the 7th round?
Right.
What did that do for you?
I mean, you talking about as far as me going to the 7th?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I said, it was motivation, you know. But I'm always motivated. It's not an extra chip on my shoulder. It's not an extra motivation, you know. Whether I would have went first round pick overall or if I would have went undrafted free agent, you know. That's just how I play. I play aggressive. You know, I always play with a chip on my shoulder, and I always try to play to where one, my team accepts me, but also when I'm on the field, I make plays so we can be in the best position to win the game.
So when you went to Friday, how difficult was it for you when Friday came to light and you were still off or on the board, I guess I should say? Did you sleep well, or how did you deal with that?
Yeah, I don't think even Jared Goff slept well. You know, so you never know. You know if you're gonna where you're gonna be picked. You know, so just like I said, just that whole process. You know, I just had to wait it out. You know, it's not like if a team doesn't call me, I'm saying, oh well, I'm going to this team, this pick anyway. You know, so I just had to wait it out.